Hi there, I'm Linden Thorp, and this is Lodestone Lunch. I'm an embodiment mentor, as you can see, and I'm here really to give you an experience of embodiment. And if you're a coach or an educator or a creator or anybody who's inspiring other people, then I'm here to nurture you because you need nurturing. You're giving out constantly. I've done it myself. I've been a teacher most of my life. And so I am known as the coach nurturer on both LinkedIn and on YouTube. So welcome, everybody, today. Okay, now, today I'd like to talk a little bit about compassion and how it's really the most important leadership quality. But what is it, and how do we recognize it, and how do we engender it? So in a moment, I'm going to show you a couple of videos I've made to illustrate this point. But before we start, then please, let's just arrive. Okay, let's take a couple of moments. It's really important that you spend some time each day with your spine vertical, completely vertical. Okay, if you're sitting, that's great. Just imagine the crown of your head going right up into the heavens. If you're standing, that's also great. Crown of the head right up. Okay, so that the whole of the spine hangs really from your head. Yeah. And this is how we can use gravity. Yeah. If you think the crown of your head up, then the rest of your body can really benefit from the pull of gravity. And it's that incredible relationship between head, neck, and upper back that makes human beings so special and so powerful. Yeah. If you look at the great leaders in our history, you'll see they all have incredible posture. Look at Hitler. I mean, I know he was a beast, but he was a superb orator and absolutely hypnotic speaker. Yeah. And there have been so many others that have influenced humanity. And they all have tremendous posture. Buddha, Allah, Jesus, they're all beautiful beings with superb posture. So it's really important to try to spend some time every day with your spine vertical. And yes, just the thought of the crown of your head going up, you don't have to do anything, just a thought, an image, if you like, of your head going up into the sky, okay, will allow the rest of your body to just drop down with gravity. We have gravity to help us. Yeah, so the body can feel really heavy in your seat, really feel the sitting bones beneath you really sitting into your seat, and your feet should be flat on the floor. Okay, if you're standing, it's the same thing. The thought of the crown of the head going up, we call it giving directions. Okay, and then the rest of the body just really, the weight of the body is pulled down by gravity towards the earth. And then you can really feel the soles of your feet going down into the earth. This is really important at any point during your busy day when you need to really check what's happening to your body. This is a great exercise, a little exercise. Doesn't take long at all, but it's all about using the power of your mind to lead your body. And imagine your head, your skull, it balances on the top of your spine. So about this level, there is the atlas joint, and the spine comes up inside the skull, and the skull just balances on this joint. It's called the atlas joint. Atlas held up the world on his shoulder. Yeah. We have, human beings are master communicators. We have over 10,000 head orientations, facial expressions at our disposal. We are master communicators. And this power of communication really depends on your head, neck, upper back relationship. And so I do a lot of work with people on this area. It's called primary control. If we have that going well, then everything else will follow and we'll be healthy and well balanced. Okay, so yes, feet on the floor, really sit down into your seat, or if you're standing, really feel the weight going down and the crown of the head going up. And so you've got this wonderful spread length on your spine. And a really nice image to have there is that human beings, with their consciousness, which animals don't have as far as we know, with consciousness, really connect the heavens and the earth. Yes, and we are unique beings on a unique planet. There is no planet as abundant as Earth anywhere in the systems we've explored so far. And it's due to oxygen. So we have this incredible asset of being able to breathe oxygen from planet Earth. It's just incredible. It's miraculous. So please think about that. Please have that thought close to you when you have a moment to reflect, that we are meant to be here on this planet, breathing oxygen, which the planet provides, and our bodies process so that we can retain nutrients and expel the unwanted components of oxygen. Can be harmful, but the body has developed an extraordinary way of filtering the oxygen in the lungs, and we live, we thrive, we are amazing, but it's only due to our earthly dwelling and our incredibly evolved bodies. So at this point in our evolution, we're really, at the top, the zenith of evolution, really. So please enjoy that as we think about our topic today, which is compassion. Okay. And if we really feel the vertical spine and the crown going up and feet going down, the sitting bones going down, then we can really connect with the nervous system. So we have several nervous systems, the heart, which really is the most important organ of all. And the heart and the nervous system are the integral parts of the unlimited mind. I've talked about this many times before. We have two kinds of minds. We have the limited mind, as I call it, which is here associated with this organ between your ears and everything neuro, which is terribly fashionable at the moment. And we use that limited mind for many, many purposes, which are essential. And this organ is supreme. The human limited mind is really well developed now after 300 or 400 years of really focusing on that. But the second type of mind is the unlimited mind, and that is really composed of your body, your human spirit, and your incredible consciousness, heart, the body, the spirit, and the unlimited mind. And so it's really important to get in touch with the unlimited mind as often as you can each day. So let me just play you, I'll share my screen. Let me play a couple of videos to you that exemplify compassion. This is today's topic. Here we go. Okay, so I hope that idea about compassion. Compassion is a much misunderstood thing. It's not pity. It's not soft at all. It's not about rescuing people. That's something quite different. Compassion really is very clear perception of what's going on around you. It's enabled by the nervous system and an open heart. Now, many people close their hearts because they've been injured or they've been disappointed. And so it's impossible really to generate compassion when your heart is closed. The heart needs to be beautifully open. And you need to really expand your container, which I talk about a lot. And my work helps you to do that. It's a mix of spiritual and the bodily and the unlimited mind. So compassion, yes, please don't relegate it to pity. It's nothing to do with pity. In fact, pity is like anger. It divides people from one another. If you pity someone, you are placing yourself above that person. Like anger divides human beings. So compassion is something really quite different. So as you saw in the video, the heart field is 60 times stronger than the brain. So this organ between your ears is very small, really, compared with the heart, which gives off incredible electromagnetic vibrations with every beat. And remember, your heart beats so many times, between 22, 26,000 times a day, every 24 hours, for 60, 70, 80, even 90 years. People are living so long now. So, yeah. And compassion, this very special quality, which very few people can generate or even identify, really is leadership. Leadership is very much on the tips of everybody's tongues at the moment, but actually not too many people know what good, solid leadership is. And as I've said many times before, leadership is really primarily about self-leadership. You can't lead other people if you can't lead yourself. But I'm afraid with this heightened sense of methodology and the long period that this topic has dominated, especially business, then we tend to think that leaders are created from here with strategies. No, nothing like that. Nothing about that. Strategies can be helpful, like a shopping list. But really, if you're going to lead properly, you have to do it from your heart. And you have to know who you are, really know who you are. So I do a lot of work to help leaders really find their authentic self. Compassion is leadership. It's really being able to see yourself and others without collapsing, judging, or withdrawing. Okay, that's a really nice description of it. I'll say it again. Compassion really is being able to see yourself and others without collapsing, without self-pity, without judging, and without withdrawing. Well, that is the leadership, the embodied leadership model that I teach. And I use my Lodestone product to help people reach that point. This is a 30-day program. of audio transmissions, guidance from me, 30 minutes a day. And I guarantee that within 30 minutes, within 30 days, I beg your pardon, if you practice regularly, then you will find out who you are. And I will guide you to do that. Once you know who you are, wow, it's an incredible moment to be reunited with your true nature, which has perhaps been buried under layer upon layer of indoctrination, social conditioning, external expectations, and so on, over many decades perhaps. So my practice burrows through all these layers and brings you face to face with yourself. If you would like to know more about Lodestone and my work, please DM me. And my website is very easy to remember, Linden Thorp. You can see my name there, lindenthorp.com. So go and have a look. There's lots of information, lots of events, products and articles and so on my website that will really show you what I do. So yes, compassion, this wonderful word, this wonderful quality. Well, it's really capacity. Yeah, it's not a mood or an emotion at all. It's to do with your heart, as I've mentioned, and your heart's capacity, the generosity and openness of your heart. And compassion is a tremendous energy creator. It expands the heart field and it expands the nervous system and tolerance of the nervous system. So if you are practicing compassion in your life, then it's very unlikely that you will burn out, because burnout is about contraction. It's a contracting of the heart. The nervous system closes down. And you've heard the stories. It has a terrible effect on human beings. Compassion really is key because it stabilizes the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is your main nerve from the brain into the upper body and down into the gut and down into your arms. So it starts here, comes down the sides of your face, down your neck, into your chest, right down into your gut, and then down each arm. And it's the principal nerve to give feedback from the body to the brain. Remember it, the vagus nerve. And in most people nowadays, in developed societies, burning out or exhausting themselves from extractive income streams, in other words, doing a job which doesn't give you energy, it saps all your energy, then the vagus nerve is very poorly toned. And so people who go into burnout can't detect the signals of distress that the body is sending to the mind. This is really sad. And so most people who burn out will say, I had no idea I was burnt out. They're kind of numb from the neck down because the vagus nerve is not working properly. So compassion really stabilizes the vagus nerve. And without it, then I'm afraid everything funnels into the limited mind. And the unlimited mind is inaccessible to people. They start to live from their limited mind. It was never designed for that. It's a series of tools, fabulous tools, and, skills. But it was never designed for us to live from. The body was designed for us to live from. The nervous system, the human spirit, that's how we should live naturally. So, compassion is what makes true leadership possible, because it embodies clarity. Clarity doesn't come from here. You can read all you like. You can purchase strategies and mindset shifts for this and that, but they will not last, because clarity comes not from the mind, but from the body, from the nervous system, from the vagus nerve. This is how we become clear. So there are some deep truths I'd like to share with you here. If you want to really develop your compassion, you need to have self-compassion for your body. You need to honor your fatigue, your exhaustion. In other words, stop. Stop what you're doing. Stop what is exhausting you and honor your body. Have compassion for your body. You need to honor your intuition, because the intuition comes from the heart, from the solar plexus. And instead, we always defer to this, which is logical, yes, but not all of life can be lived logically. We are sensorious and sensate beings. We have feelings, we have emotions, we have sensations running through our bodies. And if we ignore them, if we neglect those, then we will end up being cut off, isolated from our miraculous bodies. Yeah. And so what do we find? We find people who have stress, have panic attacks. The first symptom they get is shortness of breath. Why? Because the body is being totally ignored. And so it starts to protest, and the respiratory system will kick in. And so you'll start to breathe really hysterically, shallowly, and that could cause lots of other problems. So, honor your exhaustion. Stop what you're doing and rest. Honor your intuition. Listen to your body. Your body tells the truth. It's the mind that really twists that. And honor sensation. So any kind of sensation you're feeling in your body, honor it. The fact is that your body will show compassion long before this will show compassion. You saw in the video the tiny bird held in human hands. The damaged wing of the bird was obvious. And there we have it. The body, the hands are so tenderly holding this damaged bird. This is compassion. So your body shows compassion long before the limited mind. And also, yes, have compassion for your past selves, all of the versions of you that have struggled through life and have done their very best with a dysregulated nervous system. Have compassion for that. And also your ancestors who make your life possible. Without your ancestors, you would not exist. Think of the struggles they went through to survive. And so, don't hold on to judgments. Let them go. Let your stories flow. They come from the body. And also, yes, you need to have compassion for your limits and to know your limits, and therefore to set barriers that protect you. And so you need to know when to stop. You need to know when to say no. You need to know when rest is the best possible thing you can do. And you need to know that boundaries are an expression of compassion for yourself and for others also. Setting boundaries is really important. We're going to be talking about that a lot in the near future. So here are a few quotations that you can try and remember. Self-compassion, compassion for yourself, removes distortion of reality and of visibility. We have to be visible in this AI era. We're told to be visible. Well, self-compassion will help you to be visible very easily. And compassion really lifts things from yourselves. It lifts your shame or your disappointment from yourselves. It's such a healing thing, compassion. It heals you and you heal others. And yeah, compassion also widens your inner horizons. So when you turn 180 degrees and look inside, then compassion will help you to widen those horizons. So you need to be sure you know the difference between compassion, sympathy, emotional feelings and merging, fixing something, pleasing others. So if you're a people pleaser, you are very likely not generating compassion for yourself. Don't be people pleasers. You don't need to. You can just be authentic and people will love you for that. You don't have to please them and put a barrier between them. Again, people pleasing really separates people. It doesn't bring them together. Yeah. So remember these things. Compassion helps you to see really clearly. It really fixes your boundaries very clearly, and it allows you to be present and not pressurized. And of course, this applies to teams, in leadership, in Q&A sessions, with family, with clients, with people who are overwhelmed. Compassion does not abandon the self. It includes the self. Yeah. So compassion really is a regenerative engine. And in fact, I'm going to run a course on compassion very soon, so that you can really understand what it is at many levels. Of course, here, but in your heart, in your body, in your spirit. Yeah, compassion really is the key also to regenerative income models, which I've been talking about recently. Sounds very complicated. It isn't. It's income models that don't steal your energy. This is so important for the future because we each need our personal economy as the 9-to-5 grind, as I call it, the traditional work model really starts to crumble. Okay, so yeah, it's really important to understand compassion and to practice it. So look out for my course soon. It's going to be a course on YouTube, and it will show you how to generate and engender compassion. If you have any questions or comments, King is here. He's saying hi, everybody. Wonderful. Thank you, King, for always being there. You are a very compassionate being. Yeah. So, yes, if you have any questions about compassion, please DM me. I'm always around and I would love to talk to you about it. I can always spare time to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is compassion. And yes, I'll be back again next Monday with Lodestone Lunch. And midweek, we've got the Your Body is Your Business Plan Masterclass. And this week, we're talking about changing a scattered approach to your job or your business or whatever it is, scattered all over the place, to becoming a very deep lake instead of a puddle that evaporates. And so we've got a guest speaker who's co-hosting with me, Lisa Harper, who's quite a well-known dignitary on Facebook, is going to come and talk with me about that. So join us on Wednesday for Your Body is Your Business Plan, the masterclass. And of course, you can come and co-host if you wish. You can apply to do that. We don't have any spots left this cycle 4 because we finish in 2 weeks. There are 13 opportunities, but we'll be starting again in January. So I'll be telling you more about that. And then on Friday, we've got the embodiment Q&A. And this is a really wonderful session where I have 2 or 3 guests and we talk about embodiment. And you can learn a lot from listening to us talk. You can also join in by commenting, or you could even come and join us in the studio. Again, all my events, I'd love to have you participate in. And if you go to my website, you'll be able to find out how to apply to participate. So thank you so much. Have a great week. Have a compassionate week. So have compassion for yourself. In other words, stay with yourself. Even if you're in pain, even if you're suffering, don't desert yourself. Stay with yourself. That's self-compassion. Wonderful. Thanks so much. And I'll see you again next week. Have a superb week. Thank you.